I'm Freddie.
Hi, Freddie.
My condom's dead right now.
My God, I'm so excited.
Everyone.
Oh my God.
Hello.
It's probably so
Oh
confusing.
I'm going to assume on everyone.
Hi.
my God, you're telling me.
Love you so
I'm so good.
Stop like so lovely.
My God.
Oh my God.
Oh, there, he figured it out now, I think. God, scary. Things are recording.
Hello, everyone.
There we go. All right.
Their voicemail was on.
Now we get to see Kit. I see you, Kit. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How's everyone doing today? Good to see you. Lovely to see you.
And now we have the insanely talented Daniel Gallagher. Hi, Danny.
Hello.
And finally, last but not least, the kick-ass Callahan Skogman.
Oh, it's just a crow. Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, look at everyone's faces. We have so many wonderful people, so many wonderful fans here, and we have some incredible questions already for you guys to take over. So I will be reading the questions for you, and feel free to answer whichever question you find you fancy, you'd like to answer. Play with them, and let's see what we've got. So the first one is from Sophie. We've got your question, Sophie, and the question is, what was the moment that you felt like you really connected to your character? Like, oh, I really get them now.
Ooh, that's quite hard.
Who's going to take it?
You should, fearless leader.
Yeah,
I nominate Callahan Skogman.
Noble call for Callahan. You can't turn down a noble call.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was when I put on the bear skin for the first time. It's like, this feels natural. It feels right.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I do remember our
I feel
first
like-
day when Cal was on set. Someone in the background saw him and they just went, "Yeah, Matthias!"
Oh, yeah.
And that's when I was like, "Oh, he's arrived. Yes, he's here."
No, that was a good one. That was actually after I met all you guys for the first time in your costumes. I had this super surreal experience with, like, I was really into the character. Met you guys for the first time in your costumes and everything, and it was like, it was very trippy, really esoteric experience.
I remember meeting you and just looking up at you, and you were just so tall. I was already short next to Kit and Freddie, and then you popped along.
Yeah.
Kit?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think, but like first time I felt like I kind of really connected with it was standing alongside Freddie and Amita on the Ketterdam set, and we were just walking through the street, and I was like, oh, hang on, this is real now. And, having all of the costumes on and seeing the whole world come to life and having the guns and the canes and the knives going on, I was like, oh, okay, we're really making this. Yeah, that was probably it.
Lovely. All right, let's move on to the next question. It's really, really interesting. From Lisa. Did you guys struggle with pronunciation things? In our server, there has always been a large discussion about how to pronounce things. Did you guys struggle with it? Did you guys have a coach talk to us about that?
I actually remember one table read in, I can't remember, maybe it was episode 6 or episode 7. And Lee Bardugo had written Novosibirsk. And at the time, I couldn't say the word at all. And everyone was there, Lee flown in from America. And it was a really nerve-wracking time. And I saw the line and I said, I know, not until And nobody
Just
laughed.
gave up. It was
No,
great.
I gave up on the word. It was only afterwards people laughed behind.
Right, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Freddie, how about you?
Yeah, well, on that, we all sort of took the mick out of Amita for not being able to say it. And then 2 days later on set, I had to say it and couldn't. I either started giggling or, like, whenever I was trying to be very serious, couldn't get through the word. It's quite tricky. Novokribirsk is the hardest one, I think.
It's a tough one.
That one's really hard. I remember arguing with continuity because other people obviously say some of these words before we do. And they were like, it is Novokribirsk. And I was like, Novokribirsk. And they were like, no, Kribirsk. And I was like, I'm not from Ravka. I won't say it like the Ravkans say it. How about that?
What a cop-out, man. What a cop-out.
How about
I know.
We did get like a pre-recorded list, like very kindly recorded by Ben Barnes, telling us how to say all the words. He was like, Novokribirsk, Ravka. Very like velvety audiobook.
Yeah.
That's lovely. How about you, Callahan? What was your experience with the words?
I mean, well, I had all the pronunciation of the words going on, but also I was creating this accent for myself and doing all this. And of course, yeah, I did have the Ben Barnes reading list. But yeah, look, when you're getting into a new world like this, there's going to be some challenges. I had to learn, to speak Ferret and make it sound supernatural, and that was the majority of the time spent, to kind of craft that accent, the very specific accent, because I was the only one really speaking in it in the show for the most part too. So it's cool in that way to originate it, and like everybody else who has to do it after me kind of has to have the bird in the
Yeah, we're gonna have like a Ben Barnes but a Callahan Skogman version of everyone else's lines for the Puritans.
I can only imagine like anyone just being like Steve Carell in Bruce Almighty. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
My tiny nipples went to France.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's lovely. Next question is from Mina. This is a really good one. If your characters were in college, university, what do you think their ideal majors would be? You can think about that for a bit.
It's a particularly good question for Jesper because he has been to uni and has dropped out. So the question is, what would he have been studying? What would he study if he were to go back? Gosh, I feel like it's got to be something really fun if he's going to go back to university. So it's probably some sort of construction of sorts. I'll leave it at that. Constructing things in maybe specific ways. Yeah, I don't know. Some sort of architectural thing.
How about you? What your character would she be studying?
Not me.
Oh, yep, take it.
Amita or me? No, I don't know who you asked. Sorry.
Amita. I said Amita. I'm just going with the order of my computer. But you can take it.
No, I don't want to.
I'm sorry, my audio is getting a bit funny. What was the question?
Oh, the question is, if your character would be in college, what would her major be? Do you think?
Oh, such a great question. I remember college. It wasn't that long ago. I think Inej would probably take philosophy or personal trainer or something like that. I don't know. Why not?
Personal trainer.
Like a training thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that she might do acting initially because there's that whole thing. She's so performative and playing all her characters. But I actually think there's something in like an interpreter or something, like to learn languages and interpret, and then to be like, does that make sense? Like a language interpreter or like speech therapy maybe or something like that.
Like a translator.
Yeah, like a translator or something or even like, I don't know, interpreter, sign language, AS, something like that anyway, to interpret. Oh, I'd love her to be like, the people who do it at the front of the TV and interpret the show into ASL for people. I think that would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Freddie, how about you?
Revenge. Can you study revenge?
I've been doing it all my life.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. That would be his major, and then his minor would be scheming.
Yeah, you could do like something like that.
Yeah, perfect.
Callahan, how about you?
I don't know. Maybe he'd forego the whole thing and be a Navy SEAL or something.
Nice. All right. Good answer, guys. Okay, so next question is from Daviana. What skills do you have that you think would get Kaz to hire you for a heist?
Oh.
Anyone can take that one. It's all yours.
Really good question.
And I'll let you know if it's good enough.
Oh. That's a very good question. That's a very good question.
I've got one. So I'm going to use my height as advantage. I can fit through loads of small spaces. And I've got really long hair, so I can hide loads of things in there. And I speak quite a few languages. So you kind of would want me on your team.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's a
You're
good one.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian feet type of situation.
Yeah.
First one then.
How about you,
That's
kid?
Yeah.
Freddie,
I think
talk to me.
I have a very good memory. So if you need me to remember where things are, or where things have been put, or where we are if we get lost in a labyrinth, I'm the person that can navigate the way out, or sort of the way in. I think. Yeah, good navigator, me. Thank you. Oh.
I think I'm pretty good at like Instagram stalking people and finding out like information on people and being a creep. So I think I'd be pretty good at like getting the lowdown on people's like rhythms and where they go during the day and where they are, so that if you want to burgle their house, then I'll know when they're out.
Researcher.
Yeah, that sounds better.
That's a better way of putting it.
That sounds way better.
Yeah, you're in.
Freddie, how about you,
Researcher.
Freddie?
Me? No, I'm in charge of the crew. I don't need any skills. It's all about bringing the crew together. They
He's
have to
all
prove
about
themselves to me.
delegating. He's all about delegating.
Delete or delegate.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right, guys, we have one last question over here from Matty. Was there a particular line you really enjoyed saying in the show?
Yeah, I can go straight away on this one. Were you born a prick or was it a choice? Absolutely, hands down.
That's very good.
Better than that.
The only one that got to use a curse word in the show, I think. Aren't we? Podcast.
You're one of a very small group. Yeah.
Small group.
Oh.
It was pretty special getting to say no mourners, no funerals for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Pretty
really
great,
was. I think my one would have to be fine. Well, in that case, I'll take my knife back. That was powerful.
I love that one.
Yeah.
That's a great line.
Oh, I had so many that were great to say. No, you.
Yeah, I can't
you
use
go.
so many
I'm still
one-liners.
thinking.
You have so many.
Yeah, so many to choose from. I think I like. There's a lot that I really liked, but I think I like the introduction. The introduction between the two, you know, when I got to tell her, like, introduce myself officially, but also after that, when I get to say her name for the first time, and then, you know, put the coat around her. I like that moment a lot.